Welcome to World of Tanks with AK Lone Wolf. Today we're playing in the Grill 15. This is a tank that's very near and dear to my heart. You've probably seen some of my other videos in the Grill 15. Today we're playing with Houdat 65 and Your Mom 159. As you can see, this map is great for tank destroyers. It's very sit back and relax and take your time. And really, this is what this game is about, and the reason why I'm recording it today.
Every plan relies upon a strong arm and tempered steel.
And I'm recording it today to show you that to win a lot of maps, especially like this one, it requires patience. Not just a little bit, but a lot of patience. You can see the teams are just about equal. There's not a whole lot of mediums, there's not a whole lot of scouts, so unfortunately this map requires even doubly more on patience. There's just not a whole lot of tanks to scout. So I'm setting up here. If you've watched my other Grill 15 video, you've seen I've set up here before. Do I need to? Absolutely not. But it's a great spot. There's a lot of bushes. It's really nice. I get a lot of long, ball shots. And there's really not a whole lot of other scouts, so I'm really the only one who's going to be able to hold this flank. So here we go. That was a poor aimed shot on my part. Promise I'll make up for it later. So I'm zooming in. Really the only spot is the cupola that I can pen. If he turns his turret to the side, that's another deal. I can pen that like it's nobody's business. As you can see, most of our tanks, that hit the dead tank, so it didn't do me any good. Most of our tanks are holding the middle, kind of an odd arrangement, if you will, for this setup and map. There's really not. So right here, I'm kind of going for the side of the turret, and boom, I hit it. That hurt. That was a heat round, of course. So what I'm doing here is I'm pacing this little Roo, knock him out of the game. Alright, I'm spotted, so I want to move. And so I'm letting our E4 know to keep here and kind of hold down. He got spotted as well, so he's going to relocate a little bit. So I'm relocating a little bit more to the right. Because the reason is because if you look, the Foch and the Grill 15 and their other tanks aren't very snappy friendly tanks for aim time. So just moving a little bit will also give me a higher chance of them just missing. And I'm really just trying to make this E5 suffer and knock him out of the game. There's that side turret I was talking about, dropping to 3%. If you look on the hill, we have our mediums and lights there. They're not really doing much good. And so a lot of this is just we're sitting and waiting. We're waiting for someone to make a mistake. They're waiting for someone to, do something silly. And so, we patiently wait. The Roo got a little overzealous and decided to rush out, and so he paid the price. Don't sue a scout. It doesn't do anything for your team, and it wastes everyone's, potential. And it hurts your team. It hurts your team pretty bad. Some shots being traded over on the hill. It looks like they have some heavies up there. T-57 heavy and the Indian Panzer. And we lose a Bulldog. And, if you're looking here, you can see that we still just haven't moved much. We just don't have the eyes spread out. And so, right now, me and Who are, just talking about how we're just sitting and waiting for this these guys to push or make a mistake. A lot of this is just simply put about making that first move wrong. And once that's made wrong, then you exploit it. And as you can see, we're taking some losses here. We've lost 3 tanks, the Object 140 and the T-54 and the Bulldog altogether, but they've lost the Indian Panzer and the Roo. So, not a terrible trade at the moment, but it's also not really great. So right now, we're hoping that someone's going to pop up. The E-100 decides to go and scout for us. And I commend him for his bravery. You know, and there's their E-100. So right here, I hit him in the flat of the turret. It doesn't, or in the side of the turret there, towards the back. I was trying to rack him, and I'm going to be able to get a second shot off on him here. Lower plate. Boom. As you can see, our T-32, it looks like he actually accidentally TK'd one of our own teammates. Oops. So you can see the Moss is in the background. The Grill 15 is in B6. That Moss isn't doing their team any good back there. I bounce. That sucked. But I'm out of heat at this point. But that's okay. You know, this tank terribly, you know, does great and just terribly doesn't need it much. It's nice because if they present unpenetrable armor, the heat gives you a better chance of actually penning. You know, take it for what you will. But right now it's all about just sitting and waiting. You know, we've already passed the 10-minute mark, you know, or so we have 9 minutes left. And you can see they're trying to make a push towards the city. And right now they're being held off. That E5 is still just sitting there spotting for them. You know, he's stuck at 3%. Not much he can do. He can't peek-a-boom anymore, so he's not willing to put his turret above the rim. So I won't get any more shots on him. And of course the I-7's, you know, asking us to attack, which is the wrong move at this point. You know, we sit, we wait, we let these guys, you know, push up because they have a lot of big guns. They have 3 autoloaders. At this point, I am moving up just a little bit, telling our E4 to stay back because I want to try and get shots on the Moss. If you look on the yellow circle, I move up just enough to where I believe I can get a decent shot on him. Now I'm just getting behind a bush, and I just want to park it right here. So I have good shots down this firing lane, and wait for my camo to set, and now I wait again. So hopefully the E-100 will spot something again. As you can see, the hill, there's not a whole lot left. So what, 2 tanks, 57 heavy, and the T-49? That's not good. But there isn't a whole lot I can do about that, unfortunately. You know, but I'm doing my job. I'm anchoring this side of the flank, and I'm just kind of waiting. As you can see, we're kind of stuck in like a horseshoe, if you will, waiting for them to push. And there they are. They're starting to push a little bit on the hill. And then he's gone. AMX 5100 out of the game. Another autoloader down. You know, camo is just such an important skill in this game. A lot of people really underestimate it. You know, being sure to hide behind the right bush. And if you're not sure how to tell the right bush, you go into third person and see how my tank's outlined in white? That means I am currently covered. No shots on the C-100. But you want to look at it from the front. I'm looking at it from behind, but that's just an example. You'll swing your view around, so you're looking at it from directly from the front, or maybe even from the sides, wherever they can view you, and you know that is the best rate to get camo. So I can see those bushes in front of me, so pretty much everything in front of me, it can't see me very well. Of course, you know, the T-57 there is claiming the map's not good, but really there's nothing wrong with the map. You know, right now, if the enemy team decided to bunch up and slam our center, they would have broken us. You know, there's nothing we could have done. They outnumber us right now, and they really have more guns and more firepower. But they don't. They remain spread out, just like we are. And so that's where their weakness is. It's all about patience at this point. Except I decide to do a little bit of scouting. And I pay for it with a shot, but I spot that E-100. And spotting the E-100 is just fine. So we have 5 minutes left, and so that's... You know, that's where I'm at. Right now, I'm going towards, see if I can't get shots on the far right. So I'm thinking we have enough tanks to push along the tracks there and knock some tanks out. You know, if we all kind of go as a group, we should be able to take the Leopard, the Conway, and their grill out of the game. You know, except at this point, Hu is getting spotted, and so he's not sure that he wants to remain in this area. We're not sure what's spotting him, so maybe the T-57, don't know. We just know that right now, it's just not a good spot. So he is moving all the way back down the tracks, and he's going to come up along the side. And we've hit the 4-minute mark, and it looks like it's going to be a draw. There's still a ton of tanks left. You know, it doesn't look good for us. I'm going to see about getting some shots on this Leopard 1. Yep, sure enough, boom, 806 on the side. You know, I'm working on a mission right now, which is the Tank Destroyer 15, which I need to do 6,000 damage, and I just miss out on it by a little bit. So as you can see, I'm still going to get a couple more shots in. This 57 Heavy is clipping, so I decided to take him out of the game. Hit him right in the cheek. One of the best weak spots to hit. The E5 decided to take a pot shot at me due to my tagging him before. At this point, I'm sick of, tired of dealing with this E5. He's been nothing but issues, you know, and I want him out of the game. So I'm gonna go, you know, try and spot him. You know, I'm not the best tank for spotting, obviously, but I am fast, and really, if you look at our tank composition, I'm the only one who's fast enough to even do something stupid like this. You know, one of the heavies should be able to, but they're going to get popped out, and it's you know, not ideal for them. So I'm going to get a shot off on the grill. I miss. I'm spotted. I don't want to get hit, so I fall back. Notice I didn't stay for a second shot on the grill. I made sure that I fell back a little bit. Once more, we're at the 2-minute mark. So I'm trying to get side shots on the Moss, and I bounce. That's really unfortunate. So I'm switching to HE because I want to knock out this E5. That, and I'm pretty confident I can hurt whoever I hit with one shot. You know, their Waffle if I hit, or their light tank will do a lot of damage. And if you remember, their E100 is pretty badly beat up as well. There he is. Take a snapshot because I'm going to sit down here and reload. And really, I'm all about spotting at this point. I want to spot, so I'm trying to light him for my team. And the Centurion, a 2-minute mark. Right now I'm trying to aim for his engine with HE. I hit him, hurt him, going back to AP because I don't know what else I'm going to come across at this point. Yep, I hit him pretty hard. It was a good hit. Let's see if I can finish him off. Boom. Alright, E100. Come on. Turret, maybe? Nope. Someone else got him. So now I'm going to go for the E5, which he hits me. So I have no choice but to ram. Now, I did that because we only have a minute left or so, and we outnumber them. So now we're rushing. Our E4 just got knocked out, but we still have a lot of tanks left, and they still have 3. Poor salty T-57. And of course, Hudat's going to make some long-distance shot. There's the 1-minute mark. You know, the great thing about the FV215B is its rate of fire and its accuracy. It's just awesome. Yeah, unfortunately, as you can see, I didn't quite reach my 6,000 mark. Even with the HE damage I did to that Centurion, I was short about 100 hit points or so. So I was kind of bummed that I didn't successfully get that. AMX 1357 out. Now it's just the Foch. 155. 30 seconds. 26. And we're just... Oh, you see that? Bounce off that bouncy armor. But the rate of fire on the FV should be able to pull through. Can we do it? Boom. 10 seconds to spare. That's a great game if I ever saw one. So, as you can see, Patience won the game. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll catch you in the next video.